We are back with episode fucking 10 of Simply Terrifying. This is the end of a 2-week run. Holy shit. Never thought I would stick to this. When I came about the very first episode, you remember the first one? Just do it. That was the first one, right? To just get out there. If you had an idea, if you had a want or something you haven't done or wanted to do or whatever, just fucking do it. That was our message on day 1. That was 9 episodes ago. And I told you then that I was going to come here Monday through Friday and deliver a new episode Monday through Friday, 5 days a week. That's a lot, okay? Some people release this shit once a week, twice a week, 3 times. We are going 5 times a week. And most importantly, we have followed through every day for 10 fucking days. So, again, it's really bad that I keep saying I'm proud of that, but like, I'm so fucking proud of that. Really thought I would have fallen out by now, if we're just being completely fucking honest. But I keep coming back because I said that I would, and I will. So this is the new thing. Again, if you didn't listen to that, go ahead and head back. You start something, you expect nothing. That means when you get anything, you can be excited about it. Now, if you expect everything and you get nothing, then you're going to be depressed. So don't do that. But you got something that you're holding on to, just fucking do it. I'm not going back to the first episode. You can do that. So here we go. Let's dive in. This is Friday, January 16th, episode 10, and it is called Let Them. I'm sure that you have heard about this theory, the let them theory, okay? What does it mean? What are you talking about? Well, it's a mindset tool, okay? Centered on releasing the desire to control others' thoughts, actions, emotions. Yeah. Instead of worrying so much about what in your life affects someone else, right? Or trying to prove them wrong, or trying to live up to somebody else's something, whatever they think, fucking let them think it. Let them. If they want to assume that you're lazy, if you're lackluster, if you're not deserving of some things, let them. I don't have to worry about it. How you picture me, how you operate in your life or think about me, that's not my problem, okay? Because if I take up more space in your mind than you do in mine, one of us is winning. And it ain't you. So it is not you, darling, okay? Let me just say, I should do an episode just like that. It reclaims personal power. Okay, it reduces a lot of stress and anxiety because let's be honest, if you are constantly worrying and wondering how people see you or if they don't think you're good enough, like that is a mental backflip mindfuck. And that is, no one should have that kind of time. No one should worry like that, okay? Here's the thing. There are some people that you have to wonder or worry about, okay? Now, those people are only in that position because they control something. So maybe your boss. Maybe if you're like an ass clown out in public, maybe you tone it down a little bit at work if you need to, right? Like, because that person, how they see you, that affects your paycheck, okay? That could be a detrimental situation should that be disrupted in any kind of way. However, if your neighbor Connie thinks that, your house isn't clean enough or you don't dress well enough or you don't read the right books or whatever, you let Connie think whatever the fuck Connie wants to think. Because fuck you, Connie. That's not my problem. If you don't think that I am, that's what you think. So I'm going to let you think that. That's fine. Put that on your shoulders. I'm not worried about what Connie thinks about me. That right there, just saying that, you're picking up this unnecessary piece of drama and stress and flinging it into the universe, and it feels so fucking good to do that. I wish more people could, and I wish that they would, okay? Not only in social life, dating too. Okay? This is another part. This is a harder part. Especially when you make excuses. Let's say two people have been together for, I don't know, 3 years. They're not engaged, they're just kind of there. They're in the roommate stage, but they don't necessarily, or at least one side, let's say one side. Let's say a lot of times she wants to get married, he does not. They're just good, living together, whatever, but they are roommates, right? Like that's where they're at. She becomes resentful and unhappy, and she wants more and realizes she's getting older, but in the same respect, I've been with them for 3 years and we're so comfortable with each other and all that. They just start making this mental list, right, of all the reasons why they should stay, totally ignoring what's making them resentful or angry or hurt. Why doesn't he want to move on? What about me is not good enough to want more? Is he bored with me? Does he have someone else going on? There's all these fucking things that just come up all the time, especially when you're dating somebody, right? And you've been with them for a good chunk of time. In your mind, you have these choices. You can either continue on and be halfway happy, or you decide to let them go, Let them be who they are. They don't want to be married, okay, but you do. So one of you have to compromise. And whoever compromises, that's a big thing to fucking bend on. So if he marries you, is he going to resent you then for the rest of your time together? If you don't get married, your years are going. And are you just good with just being that? That's your, no little girl grows up thinking, I can't wait to be a 53-year-old girlfriend. You know what I mean? So both sides won. One doesn't win. How long do you stay in a situation like that? How long do you put yourself last, or you have to have this guard up to where I'm not going to bend, but he's not going to bend. So what are you doing? You're not you're just kind of going through the motions at this point. And if someone isn't ready like you are, why stay? If you've been with them a significant amount of time and it hasn't happened, and they're telling you that they don't want it to happen, chances are they know what they want. The problem is that if you stay and you're just going along with it, hoping that one day they'll change their mind, why would they change their mind? You've been here this whole time and everything's been fine. Nobody's died. Nobody's killed one another. It's just if he's getting what he wants and it's totally fine, why would he change anything? Now, maybe if you sit down and you say, hey, look, this is something that I want. This is something that, I'm ready for. If you're not ready for it, then maybe we need to choose a different path, go a different way, all this stuff. I can't decide your next move in life, but I know what I want mine to be. And as much as I want that to be with you, I understand that if you're not ready for it, it's not fair to me to make you make that decision, because I can't make you. That just, and the guilt tripping and all this stuff, this is shit that leads to mega resentment and anger and just these little boxes that get stored away and then come out at the worst possible fucking times. And it's horrible. And it just all of this stuff produces so much stress and anxiety and everything else. And there are so many people just going through the motions at this point because they can't just choose. They can't just choose to do that, to move on, to let someone go, to, yeah. It's just, sometimes you have to just let them live how they want to live, but if that doesn't line up with you anymore, don't feel bad about wanting more like what you want. That's not it's not a bad situation. It's not a bad thing to want more in life. And if someone's not in the same spot, you just have to let them go their way while they let you go yours. It's a very interesting concept, honestly. Obviously, dating's a big one. Friends are another big one, but family. Family is another big area where I've chosen to let them. Okay. I have family all over the place. Most of them are about 1,000 miles away. Okay. That's hard. That's hard when you can't see everybody except for, once, maybe twice a year. That's tough. That's tough. I can't imagine being older, my kids being older, and all of them living 1,000 miles away and me seeing them once a year. The thought of it is crushing. And I imagine that when I was younger, my mom was having the same. I imagine she didn't even think of it. They're just going to be here. I live this close to my parents, so they're going to, I'm sure it wasn't even a thought for a very long time. Until it was. And then, okay. So that's one of the things. So here's my thing and my thing alone. We live far away, and I have a big family. I have 4 kids. Now, one is an adult, one is on her way to being an adult, but I have, my youngest are 5 and 11. So even going with 2 kids, if it was just 2 kids, okay. Actually, I'll say all 4 because I really was getting a lot of crap years ago when it would have been all 4. So yeah, so 4 kids. I don't know if you've ever traveled with 4 kids versus traveling somewhere with just 2 people, 2 adult people. The ride is so much more enjoyable when it's just 2 people. When it's just 2 people, that's less bathroom trips, that's less snacks, it's just everything's less. The stress, the chaos, the don't touch me, the can I have this? Are we there yet? Blah, blah. None of that happens with 2 people. You can talk, you can have conversations, you can listen to music, you can blast that shit. It's so much more freeing to go with 2 people. But that wasn't the luxury that I had. I had us 2 plus 4 kids. So all my family lives 1,000 miles away. They constantly wanted us, I say they, and that's my parents, his parents. Okay, so my parents are divorced, so we have 3 main sets of family members up there to see. 3 households anyway. None of which are right next door to each other. So we've got one here, the next one is about 50 minutes here, and then the other one is about 2.5 hours here. So it's this giant triangle of fucking madness and driving, right? It already takes us, because we damn sure are not flying all 4 of us. Fuck you with that idea. But anyway, to drive up here, to drive this 1,000 miles, you're talking, the map will tell you it takes about 12 hours. Now factor in all the stops and everything else. Even if we leave in the middle of the night, you're looking at 13 to 14 hours. Depending on what kind of traffic we hit or God knows what else, could come into play. Okay? That's a long time to be in a tiny spot. And even if you have room in this vehicle, you're still in a fucking vehicle with 6 goddamn people. It's a lot. Okay? It's a lot. So the thought of having all these age kids crammed in a car for 14 hours, to drive for 14 hours, to ride, wish I was anywhere else for 14 hours. You get up there. So we've spent the day fucking driving. And time off is another factor. We don't get 3 months of fucking vacation. okay? Like, it just doesn't work. So we have to have the time off. We have to have it to where we have enough time to where it makes sense to make this trip, because you have to factor in 2 days of driving. And we need a day after we get home just to fucking recoup from everything, okay? To unpack, to fucking adjust, to all this stuff. So 3 days of vacation is already accounted for, and we're not even visiting or doing any vacationing yet, okay? So it's a lot. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of driving. It's a lot of money. It's so much. You're bringing 6 people into these houses. Where the fuck are we all supposed to sleep comfortably? Where the fuck, like, and God forbid we stay at one place longer than another. Oh, it's not fair then. It's not fair. I fucking get it, okay? But like, give me a break. It's like, you can't make this shit up. I would get so much crap from, and guilt, right? Or attempted guilt of, why were you able to go to that house for this many days, but you can't even come to this house at all? Or you can only come to this house for a day. That's not fair. We'd love to see you and stuff like that. Okay, well, here's the thing. The difference between us is that I have a family of 6. I have 4 kids. You have 2 people in your house. 2 adults. 2 adults. You motherfuckers could board a plane and be at my house in 2 fucking hours. 2 hours. Okay? And I have a big house because I have 6 fucking people that live here all year long. I can fit 2 people. Now, for my 6 people to go to your house that lives 2 people all year, that's not the same. It's not the same. Here's the other thing. When you have little kids, you have boundaries. You don't get to go on vacation. You have to lifeguard. My house is set up for my kids. I know what they can reach, what they can get into, what's blocked off. That's the comfort of my home, okay? I have all the comforts of all of ours, and now I'm giving all that up. And now I have to make sure that your shit doesn't get broken, and your stuff isn't messed up, and they're not all this stuff. Okay, the guilt that was laid upon me time after time after time, eventually we stopped fucking going because it was too much. It was too fucking much. I can't do it. I can't keep doing it. It's not fair for me to do it again and again and again. And you totally don't realize the difference between 6 and 2. 6 people, 2 people. It's not the same. So the family thing was a big part of my let them experience. You know, let them be mad. Let them be jealous. Let them be upset. Let them. Because I don't have the same kind of schedule you do. I don't have the same kind of freedoms that you do. I don't have the same kind of money flow that you do. So like, for us to be that different and you still think that I should do this because it's convenient for you, the shit don't work for me. And I no longer give a flying fuck, okay, if you don't think that's fair. I don't. And I haven't for many, many years, because here's the thing. They would say things, and this is not all family. Let me just throw that out there. It's not all family. But they would say things like, I really miss you guys, and I wish we could see you more. Okay, well, you could. You could see us more. If you really wanted to see us more, you have way more obstacles in your life, in your schedule. You could most definitely see us more if you wanted to. If you really wanted to. I understand that a lot of people say that and all this stuff. Like, of course, I would love to see you more too. However, I'm not going to be guilted into doing that. No. You can go ahead, you can stay frustrated, jealous, irritated, like you can think it's not fair. The reality is you have just as much fucking opportunity to get on a plane, to get in the car with your one other person or by yourself, I don't care, to come see us. There's way less shit you have to work out on your side than I do on mine. So if it was that big a deal, out of all these years that we just stopped doing that big giant fucking trip every year, because it's not a vacation, you know, it's not fun. And the guilt thing is not fun either. But in the same respect, what are you bringing? What are you doing that makes me feel like I should feel guilty or whatever? Like, what am I doing? What am I missing out on? It's just this crazy, I don't know. So let them be angry, let them be jealous, let them be upset. Doesn't matter. Friends, that's another thing. Another thing where people talk a lot, you know, yeah. Now, if you're trying to embrace this whole let them theory, but let me be clear. If it's something illegal or something dangerous, obviously use your common sense, which is not all that common these days. That's a whole other episode. But obviously if it's something with like abuse or something with safety, you know, you're not going to let them do that. Opposite of that. You know, if you think that there's something going on with anything that's not right, you probably need to be the one to like speak up. You don't just let something happen because it's always happened or that's just how it goes. No, there are some things where you absolutely need to break that and end it and all this stuff, which I'm sure you know the difference of. When it comes to yourself, though, it's really empowering to embrace this let them theory because it gives you so much of your time and your mind space back. You know? Fuck anxiety and all that shit. Like, yes, you get those back too, but like, do you know how much clearer you think when you're not worrying and wondering about what other people are thinking about you? It's amazing. Let's be honest. It's amazing. And the fact that it really bothers people when they don't bother you. I've come to find that out. You know, if somebody knows that you're no longer giving a fuck about how they take up your mind space, then yeah, it kind of shakes them up, which is just like an added bonus of getting your, you know, your headspace back. So wrap it up. Obviously, if it's bad, no, you don't want to let them keep doing whatever they're doing. That's not good. But when it comes to you, when it comes to family, you know, wanting to guilt you or they don't think you're doing something right or whatever, you let them think whatever the fuck they think. Let them think how they think. Let them. You know, they want to be mad, they want to be upset. Friends too. Anybody that you come in contact with. Now again, if it's your boss, you know, and now I'm not saying give them all the free passes and, you know, be a doormat by any means. But common sense things, people. Common sense things. If something is taking up so much of your mental real estate and the payoff is non-existent, don't let them. Don't let them take it up. You know? Don't let them live rent-free in your head. That's the thing, right? People say that. Don't let them. Let them do them. Make up their own problem. If they want to drive themselves fucking nuts because they don't think that you're measuring up in some form or fashion, go ahead, baby. Wind up and let loose because that's not my problem. How other people see me, not my problem. You go ahead and you think whatever you need to. You go ahead and hopefully maybe those people will even give it a shot one day. I don't know. But definitely helps clear up relationship standings, whether that be friendships, family, dating, whatever. It strengthens boundaries in people, because another thing that I've realized since I've done this, since I've, let them be angry, especially family, I took it upon myself to let these people know that it's not up to me to hold on to this entire relationship. It's not up to me to make this thing, whether this thing lives or dies. That doesn't just fall on me. Any relationship means it's more than one person, okay? Which means there's more than one street, more than one way that things can go. If my life is more chaotic and crazy and yours is not, you cannot blame me for the lack of communication or all of this stuff all the time. Is it partly my fault? If I want the relationship to be a successful one, then yes, it would be partly mine, but it's also you. So let those people who assume or, who really think that you're this brick, this foundation and everything else, because you can't do everything. You cannot do everything, and you should not be able to take on the responsibility of everyone you know. It's going to drive you fucking mad, okay? And it's not realistic, and it's not fair, and it's not right. So if you have people in your life who make you feel like, you're running in circles and you're going fucking crazy and all for nothing, like, it doesn't matter what you do, they're still going to think something about you and you're still going to worry about it, you need to take a step back, take a deep breath, and go ahead and just let them think whatever they want. Because at the end of the day, as long as you're good with you, right? And you're doing that all you can do, and you're doing what you think you should be, then the thoughts of others about you really shouldn't affect you or your day-to-day. So take that and do with it what you will. The let them philosophy has worked for me and many, many others. So maybe if you're not ready to do that, understandable, but just don't shoot it down, because you would be surprised at the freedom you get back, the relief you get back. So definitely don't say, or, don't knock it till you try it, especially if you have things or people in your life who really, really, really push those fucking buttons. Either way, I hope you take all of this. I know I went a little scattered back there, but it's totally fine. It's what I do. It's what's to be expected now. So there you go. So wrapping it up, let them, okay? Just let them think, let them, or don't let them, however you need to phrase it. There you go. This ends episode 10 of Simply Clarifying. This is 2 weeks, again, 2 weeks in a row where we've hit 5 days a week. I am so proud of that, so proud of myself, and so thankful that you guys keep clicking, that you keep tuning in. And if you want to like or share, it takes seconds, but I appreciate everything, and it's been a very long week, but don't you worry. I hope you all have a great weekend and do at least something fun. I know weather's fucking dodgy here in Georgia. I don't know what the fuck it is. I swear to God, our weather lately is like a bipolar chick. I don't know. She doesn't know if she wants to, like, get dressed up in shorts to head to the beach one week, or, like, be bundled up in her fucking parka. It's all over the place. We go from 40s to 70s to 30s to 50s to, I think it's like 26. Fucking cold outside is what it is right now. But anyway, it'll straighten itself out. It's only January. It's totally fine. Just trying on all the hats. We'll figure out where we are. So have a great weekend. Don't forget to let them, or don't let them, fuck with you and ruin your time and your day and all that stuff. So thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time for episode 11. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, closing out. Have a great day. And thank you for watching. It's been really fun and so proud of everything. And we will see you back next week, Monday, for episode 11.